What's up, y'all? It's your girl T, and I am back with another video. And in today's video, I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about when you're starting a business, choosing what type of hair, what type of wig, just all of those things, the mistakes that I see happening in business, and yada, yada, yada. So that is what we're talking about on today's video. So if you are interested, then keep on watching. Okay, y'all. So I wanted to talk about this because, I work with a lot of businesses, through calls, through mentorships, through, my website, socials, all of those things. I work with a lot of wig businesses. And one of the common problems that I find is I ask the businesses, what type of wig do you sell? What type of hair do you sell? What do you offer? What is your product for your brand or your business? And oftentimes people will say, oh, well, I'm going to sell raw hair, I want to sell virgin hair. And then I ask them why. Usually, what I am looking for when I ask them why is they're going to tell me something in regards to their audience being able to afford, being able to maintain, and having interest of that hair for whatever that reason is. But a lot of times the answers that I get are, I like raw hair. I found good raw vendor and I like it. And I'm just so sorry to be the one to bust the bubbles. But when it comes to business, it is not about you and it is not about what you like. Now, granted, it is your business. However, you're not the one shopping with your business. You want to get your customers to come in and shop with your business. So with all the decisions that you make, you need to consider your customer. You need to consider what their lifestyle look like, what they're able to afford, who they are, how they feel, all of those things, their problems. You really have to take in consideration who your target audience is. You have to know all the details about them because that is going to help you to better create products, wigs, styles, and offer things in which they like, want, and need. Again, customers will or clients will tell me they're choosing to offer raw hair. They want a luxury brand, and nothing wrong with that. That's totally fine. But they run into the problem of not being able to sell their luxury wigs or whatever because they have not factored in maybe who their audience is or what their content they're putting out is not attracting a luxury type of woman or something. So the messaging, the branding, all of that, y'all, the foundation is the target audience. Make sure you grab my target audience masterclass. But seriously though, like, don't base your decisions and your wigs on what you like. Frontals, closures. Sometimes people come, they take my classes, one-on-one classes, and they often want to learn the technique of frontal wigs. Being the great teacher that I am, I usually ask, like, okay, do you plan to offer frontal wigs? And if you do plan to offer frontal wigs, are you, is this something that it fits your customer's lifestyle? Are you going to provide valuable and educational information on the maintenance of frontal wigs? And you do know that a frontal technique is more, it's a little more tedious, so it's going to require you a little longer to get and grasp that concept, at least confidently or comfortably, so that you can offer it and sell it to these other customers. And oftentimes when I have those conversations, people aren't ready. Students aren't ready. They just decide, oh, I'm gonna do the frontal, or oh, I'm gonna sell frontal wigs because I will frontal wigs, or because so and so somebody else is selling, or because it's the hardest. So I'd rather learn the hardest, and then it should be easy to learn easy, but or to learn the closure. But that's not necessarily true. Like, you want to focus on what it is that you are going to offer and get as much knowledge and information and just all of the things you can on what it is that you are selling. So if it's raw hair, you need to be ready to answer any questions that your customers may have in regards to raw hair. You need to know products to use. You need to know the textures, the feel, the just everything in regards to raw hair. Because one thing about it, as wig businesses, because we know hair, we know wigs, we know how to maintain it, we know what it does, what it don't do, what it doesn't do. We change our wigs up because we probably all have a collection of wigs, right? But we have to remember that that's not the same for our customers. They may not have a lot of wigs to change out. If this is the one that they're going to be wearing consistently, is the maintenance of the frontal wig the best choice for them? Do they have the time to sit and actually work with that lace and get their baby hairs and get everything melted to, looking great, how we may appear when we come on social media or, turn on the camera? We have that time, and this is what we do. So we're a little bit more experienced in the hair than some of our customers are. So we have to keep that in mind when we are deciding what we want to sell as far as the origin of hair and what type of wig, and whether it's bundles or closures, or wigs in general, or bundles, which one? Now, granted, you can offer multiple, you can offer closures and frontals, or raw hair and virgin hair, you can, but this is really important. Keep in mind that the more things that you decide to offer, the more things that you're going to have to promote and educate your customers on. Now you're going to run into your customers asking, okay, which one? What's the difference in the pricing? What's the difference in the quality? Which one lasts longer? Which one's better? You have to be able to have those answers and help them in making a decision to decide which one they want, based on their lifestyle, based on you knowing your audience and knowing your customers. So, it's nothing to overthink. I didn't create this video to scare you. I basically just want you to think about this. And if you already have a wig business and, maybe you're offering a lot of different things and you're wondering why it's not selling, I would recommend narrow down. You got too many choices, so that is probably why they don't know what to choose, and you are not providing enough information or value as to all of the different options that they have to choose from, so they can't make a choice. Or if you are one of those that you're like, well, I really love raw hair, so I want to have a raw hair company. I want it to be luxury. I want it to be all of these things. Well, that's great. But again, do your market research and make sure you are putting your brand in front of luxury customers who enjoy luxury, customers who can afford that luxury. What does their lifestyle look like? What does your customer's avatar look like? Because that's going to tell you whether or not you're in the right place, you're putting out the right things, you're educating them, and you are attracting them so that they can purchase your luxury extensions. And the same for everyday virgin hair. Again, there's no one over the other. There is some very quality virgin hair out there. I actually provide virgin hair for my wig business. There is some quality raw hair out there. I do provide not all origins of raw hair, but I do provide a few of the origins for my my business. But the virgin hair definitely sells more over my raw hair because I know my audience, and my audience lifestyle just do not have the time or want to deal with the maintenance of raw hair. But I myself have raw hair and raw wigs in my collection that I don't mind doing the maintenance. I don't mind my Burmese curly and having to wash that every 3 days. That's fine with me, but that doesn't work for my customers, and I know that. So I am not introducing and offering that to them. They're more of a deep wave virgin hair that they can maintain, and it doesn't require a lot of work at least every 3 days, because Burmese hair is way more maintenance. But yeah, y'all. So overall, this video is just to let you know, really sit down, look at your business if you already have one, and see what it is you're offering, if it's working, if it's attracting your customers. If it's not, why not? And are you providing enough value and enough information so that they can ultimately have interest and want to purchase it? And if you do not have a wig business currently, then this is something that you definitely want to consider. You want to figure out what it is. And again, you don't have to do them all. One thing about business is it's not a race. It's not something that's you start today and it has an expiration date. No, your business goes as long as you're in business, as long as you nurture it, and as long as you put the energy and the hard work, dedication, consistency into it. So you may offer one type of texture or one type of wig, starting with closures or whatever, starting out. That doesn't mean that you can't introduce new things. Think about a lot of these big brands. They start off with one product. Next thing you know, they have created a whole product line. They have ventured all into other lanes of merchandise. Like, they know that they have time, and it does not all have to be poured out at one time. So just keep that in mind. Know what you want to offer, but in order to know what you want to offer, you have to know who your target audience is. Again, my target audience masterclass, y'all. If you have any kind of second guessing or questions about what you're doing and why it's not working, grab the class, because the class is going to give you the clarity. You're going to know exactly where you need to be showing up, who you need to be talking to, how you get your customers, and all of that. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye, y'all.